guys, 8677116 here, and welcome back to a tutorial video. Now in this tutorial video, I'm going to show you how to get above the nether. See, there are a lot of things that are useful about getting above the nether in like Minecraft. Like, one of them is to build like zombie pigman farms, or one of them is to like transport to everywhere much quicker. So, here's how we do it. Let's get right into it. Now, of course, to get above the nether, you have to like get up to where the bedrock is. Now, when you're building a vertical shaft, you gotta be careful because the number 2 rule of Minecraft is not to dig straight up. And since that is really kind of hard to do in Nether, you probably will need some fire res potions to get up here. Now, once you're up here, what you're gonna need to do is look for a block, which is like 5 blocks above the lowest layer bedrock can be at. So, you can see 1, 2, 3, 4, that's the second lowest block. But I need one a little bit higher than that, so hopefully that will be... Here's one. This is it, but unfortunately, for most cases, you're gonna need it to be able to have like 2 blocks of like a gap with 4 below it. So, what you gotta do is keep looking until you find it. Okay, so I found the perfect place to try to break above bedrock. So, you see here there's 1 block, there's 2 blocks, there's 3 blocks, and there's 4 blocks. So this is the 5th block. The 5th block is the one that right above it is the top of the nether. Anywhere else and you try this and you're probably going to suffocate. So if I place a track pointing to the block, and I place a minecart, this is going to be a way to be able to get through. Now, just before you try to break through the bedrock, what you need to do is figure out the location of 1 block of your portal and what direction it faces. So if you press F3, or if you have a Mac, function F3, come to this block, and well, you don't need to care about Y axis, you just need the X and the Z. So the X is 12, the Z is 36, and it is facing south. So you need to write that down if you can't forget it. 12, 36, south, Command A, Command C, or Control A, Control C, depending on what type of computer you have. And this will be very important once you get above the nether. Now, there are 2 ways you can do this. I'm going to show you both ways, but first, I'll just do this, and so this will make it look realistic. So what you gotta do is get your food, your track, and some extra minecarts, and then get in here, shift and jump, and then get out. And you can see we placed some rails. But now we have to do the same until we get the minecart placed. And then you can eat a bit if you need to, and then see if you can find the minecart and click into it. This takes quite a few goes, but once you do, it can be pretty good. So, wait a little bit, and we'll try again. Yeah, this takes a while. Yes, this method is a bit finicky, but what it does do, unlike the ender pearls, is... Oh, there we go! It makes a more permanent way to get up there. Now, if you remember which minecart is above the... what track is above where your area is, you can break this. I'll just do it in creative mode, and then use some blocks to buffer it, and then you can make a permanent way here. Now, once you're up here, you need to be able to use some obsidian and a flint and steel, and then you can build a portal. Now, if you know the X and Y of your portal, it's easier to do that way. Now, you need to remember to place the minecart. That's pretty important, otherwise you won't be able to get back up here. Okay, now I need to find the coordinates that I took earlier. So, if I press F3, I need to look for 12 and 36. There we go. Just checking that's what I have. Yep. Okay, so I just need to build the portal here, and that should link back up with my original portal that I built into the nether. Okay, so if I like this, you notice that it will go back to the original, but once you go through the original, it will go back to this portal. Now, some people that's okay, usually if they have like a link to the top, But there is another way to build a link to the top, so you don't have to keep going through here with the minecart thing. So, I'll just make it back up here, like this. It's easy in creative mode because it's not so glitchy. But there is a way to link these portals so that there can be a portal that takes you back up here. Now to do that, you gotta build all the way up to Y128, which is the same as bedrock layer in the nether. Now once you're up here, you can build another portal, and then once you link this, it should link up to the original portal above the bedrock. So if I go through here, I'm gonna end up here. Pretty cool now. Now there's just one more thing I can show you, and that is, if you really want to break the bedrock to have a more permanent connection, to make it easy to go up and down, there's actually a way to do this. Although I'm not really sure if this is a bug or a feature, which is funny because 2 TNT duplication now counts as a feature. Although sometimes you need to make sure you have flint and steel in case you use up all the TNT you want to get up here. I have here all the materials you should need to get up here. I've got at least 2 pieces of cobblestone, 1 piece of dirt, or netherrack or wool will do. This block has to be a softer block so it gets destroyed. You see, there's a weird bug that if you update a piston just before it's destroyed, for some reason it can break the block below it. It may be a feature, but I assume it's a bug. Okay, so to build this thing, you need to place 2 blocks of cobblestone, shift and click here, place a block on the edge. Actually, you have to shift and click when you place that one. Place 2 buttons there, a piston here, use your torches around here. This will give the piston the best chance of, like, updating before it gets destroyed. Now, you gotta bud power the piston, so press this and this button, and the piston will be budded. 2 or 3 blocks away, doesn't matter completely, press a block of TNT, and then place a button. Now, you gotta press this, come and shift click as quickly as you can, and you can see, when it's facing the way it used to face, unless it didn't destroy the piston, it will have broken the block. And in this case, yeah, the block is broken. Now, if the piston's facing towards the bedrock, you've updated it wrong. If you want a higher success rate, it might be a good idea to map your place item to another key, such as G. G is probably one of the easiest because it's right near where you keep your left hand anyway. So, if I build this whole thing by using G, and then try it, the success rate should skyrocket a little. So if I do this entire thing, I place this about 2 blocks away, place a button, and then I bud the piston. I forgot the torches because I'm an idiot. And then replace them. Okay, now this is budded. Now, if I place this, shift and hold G, it ups the success rate immensely, and if I remove this, you can see that it's broken the block. So, that is how you get above the nether using a minecart in the pearls or 2 minecarts. You can use portal connections at 128 in the overworld to make sure your portals link up, and you can also use this piston bud updating technique to get down from bedrock. Okay, so this is going to be the end of this tutorial. I hope you did enjoy it and that you learned something from it. If you did enjoy this tutorial, please leave a like, and if you'd like to support my channel, please subscribe. I'll put you a link to Ray's works showing you more on how to break bedrock, and other than that, I'll see you in the next video. This is Eddie67716, and goodbye.